What is it, guys? Run to place here. And today, I am doing a reaction video. I don't know what I'm going to react to today, so I'm going to pick out some. Hey guys, we're back. Some will contain graphic violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Let's watch this thing. Man. 720? Yeah. Okay, Google 10 jiggers? 10 jiggers? 10 jiggers?
Jiggers are small sand fleas that are found in sub-Saharan climates and are most prominent during the dry season. The jiggers are parasitic burrowers and are also known as chigo fleas. The parasite lives in soil and sand, but feeds on warm-blooded hosts.
I didn't do that.
Humans.
See?
In humans,
See?
the
It's not even
parasites
showing
may
it.
burrow
It's just
in
like.
hands or feet.
Oh.
The female
Show
jiggers
us!
burrow into
Show
the
us!
surface of the
It's
skin.
not showing. It's just
Once
blurry.
embedded in the body, the jigger lays eggs and creates up to pea-sized egg sacs and continues to multiply by laying more eggs. These wounds are painful and cause difficulties for victims in daily activities. The infection
Yeah, have you
can
ever-
lead to severe inflammation.
Have you ever watched that book where it's like 100 scariest things on the planet? Why didn't they put the jiggers?
Ulceration, and fibrosis.
Woo!
Can also cause
Woo!
lymphangitis,
Trypophobia right there,
gangrene,
boy.
Sepsis,
Oh, man.
and the loss
Trypophobia,
of
is it called? I'm not sure.
amputation of the digits, and death may also occur.
Oh. Gabriel, Kuhn, and Daniel Petry?
This is one of the most messed up gore stories ever. Daniel Philip Petry was born in 1991 in Blumenau, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Daniel was 16 years old, and his friend Gabriel Kuhn was 12. The boys were both fans of an online role-playing game called Tibia. On July 23, 2007, after Gabriel borrowed some in-game money from Daniel, but was unable to pay it back, Daniel got really upset. He stormed into Gabriel's house to beat him up very badly and rape him. After that, he strangled Gabriel with a wire until he fainted and went on to cut off his legs with a hacksaw. Gabriel regained consciousness and screamed in pain, but that didn't stop Daniel. The autopsy clearly showed that Gabriel was alive when his legs were cut off.
I'm not
He
blurring
died
this.
soon after with pain and blood loss. Daniel tried to hide the body in the attic, but failed because he could not lift Gabriel's body up to 1.8 meters above the ground. So he just left the body and decided to leave.
Holy
Gabriel's mutilated body was found soon after by his horrified brother. He was then transferred to a juvenile offender to serve a sentence
Man,
of
that
just 3
brother,
years in
holy
prison.
crap. Who does that? The 4chan serial killer?
On August 19, 2015,
21st. Oh,
an
okay.
anonymous user on the 4chan website posted that he had killed several women
For
and wanted
pleasure.
others to guess who he had killed. And
Pleasure?
in return, he would lead them to a body that he dumped in 1999. He further indicated that the first picture was a freebie because her name was a bit unusual and unlikely to be guessed.
Key.
Eventually, when another user guessed a name right, the alleged killer posted pictures of a young woman on the thread, both when she was alive and dead, and implying she seemed to enjoy being with him before her demise. Several users banded together and found that the
It's so
woman
blurry.
was Shauna Maynard, whose killer had never been caught. Although the FBI became involved, the user has not posted anything else since then and has not been identified. On September 22nd, 2015, the poster came back,
Luxury prints.
but this
Prints
time
can find
with
out.
images of a male. The
Just
first
kidding.
was
No,
labeled
I can't.
dying, and the second, dead.
Body farm? Oh my god.
A body farm is a research facility where decomposition can be studied in a variety of settings. The aim is to get a
Boy. Oh my gosh.
better understanding of the decomposition process, permitting the development of techniques for extracting information from human remains. Nicknamed the Body Farm, the research laboratory in Knoxville provides a unique opportunity for CSI teams to replicate murder scenes in the most realistic setting possible. There are between 150 and 190 bodies littered among the foliage, all donated by people hoping to bring killers to justice from beyond the grave.
Oh no, that's so gross.
2 Girls, 1 Cup is considered one of the most shocking.
Yeah, just kidding. No one's even there. I'm just like, boy. Okay, so, I tell you, do not search up 2 Girls, 1 Cup. 5 minutes later, you're gonna be searching it up. I can read your mind. Oh my god, it's just so disgusting. 2 Girls, 1 Cup is so disgusting.
Shocking videos on the internet, going globally viral in October 2007. It
What?
features
I didn't even...
2 girls licking each other's internet, going global.
Where is it? When you see it. If you see it, just tell me in the comments where it is when you see it.
It features 2 girls licking each other's chests, followed by one of the girls filling a pint glass with her own feces. The movie goes on to show both girls licking and sucking at the contents of the cup. Later, one girl has a fine specimen that she squirts out of her mouth a few times before swallowing.
Gosh, you can even see
The
it!
trigger and puking in each other's mouths.
Yeah. My gosh. Don't. Tubgirl. Oh! Don't even
Tubgirl
don't
is
even
a
search
famous
that up.
internet shock site that first appeared on Style Project in 2001. The actual Tubgirl image shows a Japanese woman exploding orange enema liquid from her anus, which lands on her face.
Felix Games. What? Felix PewDiePie.
If you're somewhat
never mind.
squeamish, you'd be wise if you chose to pass this video up. It depicts the execution of 2 Sinaloa cartel members by decapitation. The video starts by showing 2 men who identify themselves as Felix Gamez Garcia and his uncle Barnabas Gamez Castro. Felix Gamez Garcia confesses to smuggling drugs into the United States, which was his job as part of the Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
El Chapo. Oh. Date of birth 1957. Alt date of birth. What? Mexico.
Led Sinaloa cartel. Both men are seated outside a mud house. They are shirtless, only wearing pants, and begin to be questioned by an unknown gunman. The man, identified as Barnabas Gamez Castro, said that working for Sinaloa cartel did not pay much. His last job landed him with mere 300 pesos. After being given time to say their last words, the captors proceeded with decapitations. Applying the chainsaw to Barnabas resulted in a rapid spray of blood and albeit violent. Once Barnabas was chainsaw decapitated, another captor approached Felix and proceeded to cut his head off with a knife. Like his uncle, Felix took what was coming to him without any form of resistance. However, his death was long and slow coming. Nerve twitching and gasping for air continued for a while after the beheading started.
One lunatic, one ice pick? Oh!
On May 25th, 2012, an 11-minute video titled One Lunatic, One Ice Pick was uploaded to bestgore.com. The sickening snuff video footage shows a naked male tied to a bed being repeatedly stabbed with an ice pick and a kitchen knife. This film is the work of a Canadian gay porn actor and psychopath, Luca Rocco Magnotta. Magnotta filmed himself stabbing Chinese student Lin Jun with an ice pick. He then proceeds to decapitating and dismembering Lin Jun, performing acts of necrophilia on him and feeding bits of him to his dog. He even plays with severed limbs and even rubs his crotch area with them. On May 24th, 2012, Lin Jun is last seen entering Magnotta's apartment building on surveillance video. Over the next day, Magnotta is repeatedly seen entering and leaving the building, carrying plastic bags and a gray suitcase. Magnotta was sentenced to life imprisonment, but will be eligible for parole in 25 years. Police also charged BestGore.com owner Mark Merrick for corrupting public morals by posting the video online.
Slivko?
Anatoly Slivko was a Soviet serial killer and sadist who murdered young boys by hanging. He killed 7 boys between the ages of 7 and 17 during the period of 1964 to 1985. After killing his victims, he dismembered the bodies and often lit them on fire. It aroused him sexually. He liked to keep the victims' shoes as a memento and both photographed and filmed the entire process of so-called controlled hangings. On one videotape, the severed head of the victim was surrounded by severed feet in polished boots. He often fondled his victim and produced videos in which he would arrange the body in suggestive positions and masturbate. When Slivko was a young pioneer, he witnessed a car accident where a boy was burned to death. According to his words, he always wanted to recreate the scene as it aroused him. Slivko was arrested in 1985 for the murder of 7 boys, 7 counts of sexual abuse, and sexual interaction with corpses. He was sentenced to death, and the execution took place in 1989.
Oh my gosh. 3 guys, 1 hammer. What is that? I'm gonna search it up.
Dnipropetrovsk maniacs are Ukrainian serial killers responsible for a string of murders in Dnipropetrovsk in June and July 2007. In 2008, a video titled 3 Guys, 1 Hammer was posted to a website depicting 48-year-old Sergei Yatsenko being struck repeatedly in the face with a hammer and then stabbed in the eye and the abdomen with a screwdriver. They filmed several of their murders with cell phones, including the brutal slaying of Sergei Yatsenko, who was pulled off his bicycle and killed. 2 19-year-old locals, Viktor Sayenko and Igor Suprunyak, were arrested and charged with 21 murders. A third conspirator, Alexander Hansa, was charged with 2 armed robberies that took place before the murder spree. On February 11, 2009, all 3 defendants were found guilty. Suprunyak and Sayenko were sentenced to life imprisonment, while Hansa received 9 years in prison. Local media reported the killers had a plan to get rich from the murder videos they recorded, after a foreign website owner offered Igor tons of money if Igor provided him 40 snuff videos in exchange.
There you guys have it. That was crazy. I don't know how to do links, so it's 10 disturbing things you should never Google. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. I'm speechless. I have nothing to